Success means see your goal, understand the obstacles, create a positive mental picture, clear your mind of self doubt, embrace the challenge, stay on track, show the world you can do it. With this meaningful thought, I wish a very good evening to respected Principal Ma'am, parents, students, and teachers, and welcome you all to this webinar. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Anita Pauline Day, principal of our school, is grandniece of the founders, Mr. William Henry Smith and Mrs. Cecilia Rose Smith. As an educationist, Ma'am has proved herself to be an exemplary figure by successfully discharging her duties as the principal since last 3 decades, aiming at the betterment of the society. Ma'am continuously perseveres with her correct and positive attitude to nurture all Smithians with the noble virtues of compassion and honesty. She has closely observed CBSE, ICSE, as well as state boards, especially when she was doing her PhD. So today, when she will be sharing important information with you, I request you all to listen to her carefully to extract maximum benefit from it. We are extremely proud and fortunate to have her as the principal of our school. And now, once again, I welcome ma'am and invite her to take over the session.
A very good evening and hello to all the parents, my dear children. And it's so nice to meet you all online after a very long time. As I mentioned last time, I'm really missing the children here on the school campus, and it would have been nice to hear the patter of their feet and the loud and raucous shouting of my senior students. So class 9, 10, 11, 12, I hope that each and every one of you has informed the other people of your gang that you should be here and that your parents are here too. So, without any further delay, I would like to talk to you actually regarding certain issues. First of all, the thing is that parents, please note, and children as well, that the school is going to remain closed in the sense that physically coming to school is not going to be possible for the normal school days as we know it until further orders by the government. Here, Smith School really prides itself in one fact, and that is that we have always been a stickler for rules and regulations as far as possible. Now, people who come to the school already, we have already informed, especially many of you who are coming for your report cards and also for filling up the forms, etc., for class 11 and things. We have already exercised the social distancing, and you have to take a sort of appointment before you come to the school. So initially it was just 2 hours, that is from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. But now at the request of the parents, we have increased it. So now the timings for the school will be for payment of fees and for other documents to be collected or to deposited. It will be from 10 a.m. in the morning till 12 o'clock. Then there will be a 1 hour break so that nobody, like bumps into the other lot. And then again from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. The office people will be available to attend to you and to take care and see that everything is going smoothly. Besides this, when you will enter the school, you have to all the time wear your mask. Everyone, I have just taken it off right now. You have to wear your mask. You have to wash your hands. You have to maintain social distancing. And you have to see that social distancing means you have to keep away at least 6 to 10 feet from the person with whom you're speaking. And then after this, when you go back home or to your home environment, please see you remove your outer clothing and change your clothes, wash your hands and feet again, and remain within the school, within your home premises until it is time for you to go. Now, parents, here I would like to also tell you a couple of other matters. I had already said it, but maybe some of you have missed it. In the school, we are being very, very particular. So whenever the government does order the school to be reopened, your classes will be ready, because we have every week opened each and every classroom, and we have got the dry cleaning done, fumigation done of the entire school, and we are making sure that there is no stone left unturned regarding the hygiene of the school campus. Now, we have already had a lot of activities of which you are privy. We have had my welcome address at the beginning of the session after the so-called summer holidays. But there are some things with which I would like to apprise you. And basics is that, first of all, congratulations again for the wonderful results, children who have, passed out from class 10 and gone into class 11. I think you have done excellently in the view of the fact that the number of days that we were also confused and nervous about what is going to happen about the results and all. I think the council has done an extremely wonderful task in releasing not only the ICSE but CBSE and state boards as well have done a very, very good task in somehow or the other getting the results out and removing the suspense from the minds of all the students and the parents. Now, the ICSE, the Council for ISC Examinations, is a very, very democratic body. And it is a body which is an examining body. That is, that from class 1 to class 8, we follow the national curriculum syllabus. And after that, in 9, 10, 11, and 12, according to the subject which your child has opted for, the student has opted for, we have the board syllabus. So the minute this virus, the threat of this virus came up, and the first thing that was done is that there was a total lockdown by our government, then the thing that came up was, what now? And I must tell you that the ICSC board has to be really commended on this matter. They have taken the feedback in a very democratic way from principals like myself and other principals, lots of principals right across India and abroad, and also senior teachers who are teaching the board classes, and taken our advice regarding many issues. One of the issues which was looming and which was worrying everybody was the syllabus. So the various teachers who will be invited by me to speak after this regarding the syllabus will definitely elaborate in front of you the reduction and changes in the syllabus, which you will be informed. There are things which, if regular school had been running, and in which that you would have been able to come and attend the seminars and the workshops which I conduct at least once or twice in the year per class, I would have said a number of things to you. So my senior teachers and I decided that we will all go in for a webinar in which I would like to share with you certain very, very important. And here I hope that my students are listening very earnestly and that the parents are also listening. कितना अच्छा होता कि अगर जब हम लोग माँ बाप बनते उस वक्त हम लोग का भी एक ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट होता, मगर ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट तो है नहीं जनाब, और हम लोग को क्या करना पड़ता है, हम लोग को एक दूसरे का चेहरा दिखना पड़ता है. घबराइए मत, वी आर देयर always. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, my grand uncle and grand aunt who started the school, they were both educationists and they loved little children. They used to always say, school is an extension of home. So you see, we have always indulged in hand holding. सबसे पहली बात, आप लोग आराम से रहिए, आपको किसी बात की चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं. हाँ, छोटी छोटी रोजमर्रा की चीजें तो नॉर्मली भी आपको चिंता करनी पड़ती है, वो तो आप करेंगे ही, मगर स्कूल को लेके, सिलेबस को लेके, पढ़ाई कैसे होगी, इन चीजों को आप हमारे कंधे पे रख दीजिए. आखिर हम लोग हैं ही इस चीज के लिए. मेरा जो पूरा टीम है, my whole team of teachers, we have given excellent results. You know, now the council has brought in the statistical, survey of the whole of India and abroad. We have a number of ICSC and ISC schools abroad as well, in different countries. And let me tell you that when we have compared subject wise the performance of our students in comparison to the performance of children in those subjects in other schools, we have found that we are up to the mark, and in many places we are above the average of the schools right across the world. And I think for that, the entire credit should go to our teachers, our gurus. You know, it is so difficult. It is so difficult to have children in the classroom. You know, in the house only, you have got children who have got different temperament, different, ways of behavior and habits. And to keep them together, especially during these days when all of them are at home, कितना मुश्किल होता है उनको संभालना. अब आप समझिए कि हमारी टीचर्स के क्लासरूम में कम से कम 5-6 अलग अलग कैटेगरीज के बच्चे होते हैं, और हम लोग स्मिथ्स में कैटेगराइज करना पसंद नहीं करते हैं. हम लोग ये कहते हैं कि हर एक बच्चा, जैसे पांचों उंगली बराबर नहीं है, हर एक बच्चा अपना अलग टैलेंट अलग. तो अब ऐसे बच्चों को संभालना और उन लोग को फोकस कराना कि देखो बच्चों, ये तुम लोग को, ये तुम्हारा लक्ष्य है, इसको बांधो, उसकी तरफ चलो. और होता क्या है, साल भर निकल जाता है, बच्चे नहीं सुनते हैं. पेरेंट्स कहते हैं हम लोग को स्कूल कॉलेज छोड़े हुए वर्षों हो गए, यू डोंट एक्सपेक्ट अस टू गो बैक टू कॉलेज. नो वी डू. बट यस, वी मस्ट ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दिस इज अ triangle. The teachers, the parents and the students. And कोई भी एक अगर आप हटा देंगे, कोई भी एक एलिमेंट, गड़बड़ हो जाए. ये गड़बड़ ना हो, उसके लिए हम लोग जो है स्मिथ स्कूल में हमेशा अग्रसर रहते हैं. वी आर ऑलवेज देयर फॉर यू. वी डू इंडल्ज इन हैंड होल्डिंग. हैंड होल्डिंग का मतलब हुआ हाथ पकड़ के चलाना. आप लोग निश्चिंत रहिए, कोई भी चेंजेस अगर बोर्ड के सिलेबस में, रूटीन में, किसी भी चीज में होगा, गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कोई आदेश होगा, तो आप निश्चिंत रहिए कि स्कूल आपको इमीडिएटली इन्फॉर्म करेगा और बताएगा, और टाइम एंड अगेन रिमाइंड भी करेगा कि देखिए ऐसी ऐसी बात है. हम लोग तो फोन कर करके सब लोगों को, आज आप लोग आए उसके लिए तो बहुत बहुत बड़ी धन्यवाद हम आपको देना चाहते हैं. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Now, regarding the children who have done very well, I will be in another few days, maybe a week's time, I will be having a program in which I will be sharing with the parents differently, 9 separately, 10 separately, 11 and 12 separately, regarding the children who have done very well. But in my, 28 years as principal, I must tell you, and in my 35 odd years as a teacher, I have always taught both classes. And whenever the children used to do very well, or they used to do indifferently, not so very well, I used to catch hold of the mummy. मम्मी को मैं पकड़ती थी और मैं कहती थी, मम्मी बताओ कि तुम्हारे जादू का राज क्या है. What is the reason कि आपका बच्चा इतना अच्छा कर रहा है. और जो मम्मीज के बच्चे इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते, उनको मैं ये शेयर करती थी एडवाइस कि देखिए आप शुरू से ही इन बातों का ख्याल रखेंगे. इफ यू आर गोइंग टू पे अटेंशन टू दीज डिटेल्स, द चिल्ड्रन विल डू टू द बेस्ट ऑफ देयर एबिलिटी, will do to the best of their ability. Now, the first thing is attendance. A is for attendance. It is very, very necessary that parents, we cannot, like force the child to attend, but we can conduct the classes within the parameters given by the government. 3 घंटे, 4 घंटे, 5 घंटे, जो government order करता है, accordingly we put our classes. We try and cover up all the subjects so that you know that the child, there is a timetable which is prepared, a virtual timetable, virtual classes, All the senior teachers have got whiteboards in the house where they are writing and repeating everything. So you see, the attendance is very, very necessary. There is no point in us holding the classes. जंगल में मोर नाचा किसने देखा. You see, so you will say स्कूल में आप लोग कर रहे हैं, फायदा क्या हुआ मेरे बच्चे को? फायदा तभी होगा जब आप लोग कोशिश करिए कि आपका बच्चा मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस अटेंड, और हम लोग को अटेंडेंस मिल जाता है. इन लोग क्या करते हैं, अपना कैमरा म्यूट कर देते हैं. इन लोग को बोलिए अपना कैमरा म्यूट ना करें ताकि हम लोग को रूबरू देखें. We can see that the child is attending the class. Okay, if they are not wanting to wear the uniform, they need not wear the uniform, but they can be properly dressed. At least they can wear a t-shirt, they can wear their house t-shirt, and they can be presentable. Wash their face, comb their hair, whatever, but just look a little presentable. So that is a very important thing. And setting the daily routine. Now you know the timings are there. The timetable is there, timing has been given, and each child has got the time. अब 9, 10, 11, 12 के बच्चे काफी बड़े हैं. ये नहीं कि मम्मी को बैग पैक करना है, बोला अरे बेटा अब 9:10 हो गया है, अब तुम्हारा ये वाला क्लास शुरू होगा. इस चीज की जरूरत ही नहीं. बच्चों को भी अपनी जिम्मेदारी समझनी चाहिए. They have to understand their responsibility. This is the skill which we want you parents to cooperate with us and teach. Time management, setting of routine. Later on in life, whether they are businessmen, whether they have a shop, whether they have a small business, they have a big business, they are financial analysts, they are like anybody, like, like bigwigs of industry, whatever they are, factory owners, IAS officers, Army, Navy, Air Force, anything, you name it, teachers, you have to set a routine. And this starts here in school. So if you want your child to be successful to the best of his ability or her ability, the first thing you need to do is set a routine. That does not mean, बच्चों, that does not mean कि मम्मी डैडी वो रूटीन फॉलो करेंगे. ये रूटीन सेट किया जाएगा कि आप फॉलो करें. मम्मी डैडी ने तो अपने बचपन में अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ तो रूटीन फॉलो किया है, तो ये ना सुनने को मिले मगर आप तो नहीं करते. अरे नहीं करते तो बचपन में तो करते थे. अब जिंदगी भर हम लोग पहले मम्मी डैडी के चक्कर में, फिर उसके बाद हस्बैंड वाइफ के चक्कर में, अब बच्चों के चक्कर में, मे बी ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन के चक्कर में हम लोग को रूटीन फॉलो करना पड़े. ये व्यक्तिगत रूप से हमारी अपनी एक you can say it is a sort of liberty that we enjoy after so many years of putting in our service to our family, service to the nation. So what we require you children to understand, the students to understand, if the children are not listening, parents understand, you must insist that children make their own routine. If they were here in the school, I would call them to my office and I would encourage them, अपना अपना रूटीन बनाओ, 24 घंटे वाला रूटीन. मेरा जो 24-hour रूटीन का ब्रेकअप है, it's very clear. In 24 hours, 8 hours you get to sleep. Another 4 hours for doing your normal ablutions and for, like going to the washroom and having a bath and eating your food. And that leaves you with so much of time. You can have a hobby, you can sing a song, you can talk to your friend, you can watch a movie, and you can attend your online class. And besides attending your online class, those 3 to 4 hours, you have to also follow it up by 3-4 hours of reinforcing what you have learned. Because imagine, supposing you were coming to school. You would get up, have a bath, put on your uniform, pick up your cycle, motorcycle, transportation, come to school, वो सारा वो time आपका बच रहा है. उसके बाद आप क्लासरूम में आए, आधे से ज्यादा टाइम आपने इधर उधर घूमने में, टॉयलेट जाने में, टिफिन खाने में जाया किया. ये भी नहीं टाइम जाया हो रहा है आपका, बिल्कुल. इट इज देयर इन योर हैंड्स. But when you go home, after that, you have to follow up what has been taught in the class. physically taught. So the same thing stands for the virtual classroom. You have to make up your mind. I cannot force you. Your teachers cannot force you, and parents cannot force the students to do anything. The student has to realize, principal मैम को जितना डिग्री लेना था ले लिया है, टीचर्स को जितना डिग्री लेना था ले लिया, मम्मी पापा को कितना पढ़ना था पढ़ लिया, अब मेरी बारी है, हमको क्या करना है, इतना ढेर सारा वक्त हमें मिला है. How do I do it? What do I do? You have to set your routine, my dears. Set the routine. Take the help from your parents. Your parents are such successful. Look at your mummies who are homemakers. सुबह उठते ही घड़ी की तरह उनका, सुई की कांटे की तरह उनका दिमाग चलता है. ब्रेकफास्ट में कौन क्या खाएगा, सफाई कब होगा, कपड़े कब धुलेंगे, उसके बाद दोपहर में क्या बनेगा, बुजुर्गों का कैसा देखभाल होगा, बच्चों का कैसे देखभाल होगा, राशन कितना है, रात को सोने तक उन लोग ऑर्गेनाइज करती रहती है. आप क्या करते हैं? Fathers are providers, planning, organizing, running around, getting the provisions. ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, ये करना है, वो करना है. What is your duty? Your duty is just attend your virtual classes and do the necessary homework of follow-up, reading, writing, listening. Just listen to what your teachers are saying, and I tell you, you will do very well. So, time management is very important. Take 24 slots, 24 hours and divide it. 8 घंटा सोना है. अब ये भी नहीं है कि आप लोग 16 घंटा सो रहे हैं ना, ये भी नहीं करना है. हमको बहुत सी शिकायतें मिलती हैं, दिन भर तो सोता रहता है मेरा बच्चा. नहीं, ये भी नहीं करना है. 8 hours of sleep, then you get up, you freshen yourself, and you go about your business. Next thing is, whatever is taught, you have to revise, revise, and revise. It is very important. Now, the teachers will tell you about the project marks, but I must tell you, children, that there is a very, very big plus point in the change which has been made. In English and mathematics, now the papers will be out of 80 and 20 marks will be given. This is at ISC level, will be given for project marks. It's all over there in the website, so you can look up the details. Subject wise, it differs. But I'll tell you why. Why is it good? In the entire world, European countries, that too northern European countries like Finland and Sweden, are considered to be the best in their education system. And I had the honor of going to Sweden and studying there as a student for 3 months. And I lived there for 3 months. And I had to give examinations and tests all online. No physical sitting and writing. It was all assignment based. It was almost as though I was being prepared for this time to know how to utilize this for my students. So you see, you are given a topic. The topics out of which you choose which topic you want. Then you go onto the internet, you go into the virtual library, you look up books, you look up your textbooks, you interview people, you do whatever you want. The topic you have chosen, you learn to present it scientifically. And once you have learned to present it scientifically and done your project and submitted it on time, you will find that you can score 20 out of 20, 18 out of 20 marks for your project. And this is to help so that the rest of the 80 marks out of 100, even if you make mistakes and you have missed out on something, but those 20 marks in the project are going to help. So now coming back to, one very favorite thing of mine, which I will definitely in all my workshops I go through, is my punch tattoo. And children will, give a big smile. Parents, आप खासकर जो नए पेरेंट्स, हाँ मैं बता दूं, हमारे यहाँ बहुत से नए एडमिशन हुए हैं 9th में, 11th में एंड 10th में भी ट्रांसफर केसेस हुई हैं. तो उन पेरेंट्स के लिए तो बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरी है कि आप जाने कि स्मिथ स्कूल का पंच तत्व क्या है. सबसे पहला, perseverance. At this time when we have we are facing the lockdown and we do not know. The government's hands are tied. For them, the health of the citizens of India are the most important. The whole world governments are setting up. So our health is the most important thing in the mind of the government. So government cannot open the school right now like normally as you want. So at this time, mental health, physical health has to be taken care. We have already got a beautiful system of yoga in which the children are encouraged. आप लोग योग करिए, प्राणायाम करिए, योग करिए, एक्सरसाइजेस करिए. आपको नहीं योगा करना है, मत करिए. फ्री हैंड एक्सरसाइजेस करिए, इट इज वेरी गुड. मेटाबॉलिक रेट आपका जो है बढ़ना है. घर के अंदर वॉकिंग करिए, बालकनी में वॉकिंग करिए, सिटअप्स करिए, पुशअप्स करिए, बेंडिंग एक्सरसाइजेस करिए, कुर्सी पे बैठ के अपना पैर ऊपर नीचे करिए. बहुत किस्म के एक्सरसाइजेस हैं, मगर यू हैव टू डू इट एंड यू हैव टू आल्सो मेंटली एक्सरसाइजेस. Children are already mentally exercising themselves. Parents are also. You have to persist. लगातार प्रयास करना. Don't give up. हम लोग 15 मार्च से एक तरीके से आप देखिए कितने महीने हो गए हम लोग के सामने लॉकडाउन में. बहुत कम ऐसा टाइम मिला कि हम लोग को नॉर्मल जो एंटरटेनमेंट वाली जिंदगी, आवारा गर्दी की जिंदगी जो हम लोग सो यूज्ड टू इट, वो सब बंद हो गया है ना. How are we going to get through? Mentally, we have to be strong. बहुत ही ज़्यादा. We have to beat this time that we are facing. We have to beat it. And this can only be done through the P of Panchtatra. That is your perseverance. Lagatar prayer. Second is the attitude. You must have the correct attitude. You must learn to say no to the bad habits of laziness, not having a bath, not eating a proper diet, but you must say yes, all the good things which you know. You don't, and 9, 10, 11, 12, you don't need anybody to teach. Children nowadays are so well informed. They can teach. The child is the father of man. You know, children can give you a dictation on what is right, what is not right. So the correct attitude is very important. And then nurturing. This is a time when I encourage parents कि आप अपने ही खानदान, अगर आप ये कहेंगे हम तो ज्यादा पढ़ी लिखी नहीं है, हमने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया, कोई बात नहीं. आपके घर में बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं जो हैं या गुजर गए हैं, उनकी जीवन से अच्छी अच्छी कहानियां, जब उन्होंने अच्छे काम किए, लोगों की सेवा की, ये जो वैल्यूज है ना, सच्चाई का, ट्रूथफुलनेस एंड ऑनर एंड ओबीडियंस, ये सारी चीजें बच्चों के साथ शेयर करिए. हो सकता है आपका बच्चा जो है बचपन में उसने कुछ अच्छी अच्छी बातें की. हमें अभी भी याद है कि दैनिक जागरण ने एक कुछ 10 साल पहले एक हमारे ही स्टूडेंट के बारे में निकाला था. वो कहानी क्या था, एक्चुअली हुआ था ये घटना, मैं आपको जरूर ये बताऊंगी. उसका जो रिक्शा वाला था, वो जब बच्चा स्कूल के बाद गया, इन्हीं दिनों का मौसम था जब when it was raining, and you know how muggy and hot it becomes. So the child was going home and the rickshaw wala loaded up all the children onto his rickshaw, and when he started, you know, pulling the rickshaw, he fainted and he fell down. And immediately this child went running. He went running. I think his name was Tumul Rai, if I'm not mistaken. He went running. He came inside to the infirmary, glucose. He took it out and he, you know, in a glass, and he went and he made him drink the glucose. He took all the children off the rickshaw. He brought the rickshaw wala inside. And he told all the teachers, he told me, drag me out of my office, ma'am, call the doctor. Immediately we phoned the doctor came and he said that this man is totally dehydrated. And then we gave him Vicosune, we gave him this, and all of that. The child is the one who did it. Who taught him? His parents were, one of the parents was living here, the other parent was working in Delhi, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But it was wonderful. And Dainik Jagran, you know, they sort of, you know, recognize the effort. I'm not saying that only Dainik Jagran, anyone, the child himself or herself can feel, you know, very good about it. But it is important that whatever stories you have like this about your own family, आपने अगर कुछ काम किया हो, आप उसको करिए. Like, I'll tell you another story which is very important in today's day and age. You are hearing about road rage. अभी तो खैर ट्रैफिक कम है, मगर बनारस का जो ट्रैफिक है, you know what it's like. Once we were going, my children, my husband and myself, and what happened is that by the time the traffic signal changed and my husband braked the car, he gently hit the auto rickshaw man, in front. And the auto rickshaw man hit on the side a man who was on a scooter. So the scooterist and the auto rickshaw wala got down, and you know how they are very fond of that beautiful language that Banarsis love using, and they started. And my daughters and I said, now they are going to break all the window panes of our car. And we were sitting quiet. My husband got down and I got so scared. I said, they are getting into a bad mood. Auto rickshaw. The people who were sitting in the auto rickshaw got down. They were so screaming at my husband. You know what my husband did? He went and he just folded his hand. He bowed his head and he said, "मुझे माफ कर दीजिए मुझसे. आपको जो करना है आप कर लीजिए, मेरा गाड़ी तोड़ना आप तोड़ लीजिए, मुझे मार लीजिए, मगर मुझे माफ कर दीजिए, मैंने जानबूझ के नहीं किया." So, like ice melting on a hot plate, सबका गुस्सा गायब. They were so shocked कि ये आदमी जो है ये उल्टे गालियां ना बक करके, गुस्से ना दिखा करके, how he has just come and folded his hands. A kind word turneth away wrath. You see, these incidents that has happened with us. I am encouraging you, आपके घर में, आपके खानदान में, आपके आस पड़ोस में ऐसी कहानियां बहुत सी हैं. बच्चों को बताइए, यही टाइम है. These are the things which you have to nurture. Not only do you have to nurture Gandhi, not only do you have to nurture Tagore, not only you have to nurture Swami Vivekanand, you have to nurture पड़ोसी के अच्छी आदतें, मामा चाचा ताऊ के अच्छी आदतें. ये बताइए बच्चों को जो उनको समझ में आएगा. And that is what you have to do. And then of course compassion. Compassion is very important. Like I just gave you the example about that boy, compassion. But क्या होता? He would have come inside and said, अरे रिक्शा वाला पड़ा हुआ है, let him be, वो है ही गरीब लोग, उनको क्या? No, that child took care of his children. That is what you need to do. There are maids who are coming into your house, they are helping you. There are people, सब्जी वाला है जो आता है लॉकडाउन के दौरान भी, early in the morning he comes, सब्जी बेचता है. अरे वो पुलिस वाले जो पिकेट पे रहते हैं. I must tell you this story about one of my classmates from BHU, Malviya Center for Peace Research. You know, he lives over there in Shastri Nagar, near the school. And there was a picket in front of Sergeant Cinema Hall where all these police people were there. And the whole night they were doing duty. And can you imagine their state? And he went in the morning, he got into the habit, flask में चाय बना के ले आता था, ग्लूकोज बिस्किट, और उन लोगों को खिलाता. रोज नहीं, जिस दिन वो himself a student manage करता. And they were so fond of him. They were so thankful to him. And he felt very happy. This is compassion. जो है उसको share करो. That is what is very, very important. We must, in this time and this age, when we are going through a troubled time, we must look at each other and we must help. And then, of course, is honesty. Above all, unto thyself be true. बहुत से लोग हैं जो कि करते कुछ है नहीं, मगर बोलते हैं कि करना है, ये है, वो है. मगर हम ये कहेंगे कि आप ऑनेस्ट. देखिए, बाहर आप क्या करें ना करें, बच्चे जो है ना, they know mommy and papa. They know mommy and papa. This story, if we had the workshop, I'm very fond of my class 4 and 5 के जो parents है ना, उनके साथ में जब वर्कशॉप करती हूँ, जरूर मैं एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ. जैसे कि आप अपने बच्चे से कहेंगे, you know, अगर वो सिंह अंकल ने फोन किया तो बोल देना पापा जो है नहीं है घर पे, या बोल देना नहा रहे. आप, you are encouraging the child to be dishonest. वो बच्चा क्या सीखेगा? एक तरफ से आप बोल रहे हैं कि तुम लोग को ट्रूथफुलनेस, you have to be truthful, and on the other hand you are, and the school is shouting, the teachers are shouting, सच बोलो, सच्चाई का बोलबाला है, हम लोग सच बोलेंगे, कट जाएंगे मगर सच बोलेंगे, and then on the other hand इतनी सिंपल सी एक बात है, parent is telling the child, अरे फलाना अंकल या आंटी का फोन आएगा तो बोल देना, अब बच्चे को मालूम है कि हाँ मम्मी पापा खड़े हुए, तो देखिए, it is difficult, it is very difficult to be a parent, let me tell you, but it is not that difficult, we can definitely do it. So I think I've given you all enough of a lecture, and I hope that some things out of the things which I've shared with you will be there. Every month I will be having these webinars with you, and let me tell you that it is at the request of parents only that I'm having this session. Otherwise, I'm very camera shy. I'm not very fond of coming onto the. Now, let me see what are the other points which I needed to talk to you about. We will be having a separate session in which we will be talking about the, the results, etc. And 75% attendance is. Yeah, just now you will be told about the registration. And one thing I must tell you, all the programs in the school, like Maths Marathon, then, on 6th of August and 9th of August, Nagasaki Hiroshima Day, all these programs are going on simultaneously. Because we are going to be giving all the children e-certificates. We want that everything except for sports, maximum programs which used to go on in the school as far as possible. The teachers and I are trying that somehow or the other it should carry. And the worksheets and videos and everything which is there just now, shortly, I will be inviting some of the teachers to talk to you firsthand. So you must do it. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, you have to, please, I cannot emphasize enough, you must visit the website, council website, www.cisce.org, to check everything regarding the things that are. Now, we have downloaded the School Mitra app, and I think to a very large extent, it is helping. Those of you who do not have School Mitra, please download the app and see that it is there. And just now, I will be calling on Anjali ma'am, who is the HOD of English, to brief you on English and Hindi. And then Meena ma'am will be briefing you, and then Sandhya ma'am will be briefing you, Ajay sir will be briefing you, Sweetie ma'am, who is our coordinator, and then I will get back to, okay? So over to Meena ma'am. Meena ma'am, or I think Anjali ma'am. We should have Anjali ma'am, Mrs. Anjali Malvia, to come on next. Can we have Anjali, please?
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to brief you about the changes that have taken place in English at ICSC and ISC level. Starting with ICSC English language, there's no change whatsoever in syllabus or in paper format. The theory paper will be of 80 marks, and 20 marks are reserved for oral and oral skill, which tests the listening and speaking skills of the students. In literature, that is paper 2, there are changes in syllabus. One story and one poem have been reduced from the syllabus. There are no changes in the paper pattern. The theory paper is going to be of 80 marks, and there will be a 20 marks project to test their writing skills. Coming to ISC class 11 and 12, there are changes in the format of both the papers. Now both literature and language will be of theory 80 marks, and the project would be of 20 marks. The syllabus of language has been reduced for class 11. In place of 6 types of essays, now they'll be doing 5 types of essays and 6 types of directed writing. Sorry, 7 types of directed writing. In class 12 language paper, there are not going to be any changes in syllabus. In literature, one story and one poem have been removed from the syllabus for both the classes 11th as well as 12th. The students have already been intimated about these changes in syllabus as well as paper pattern. And you can also download it from the official site of the council, that is cisce.org. Before I invite the next teacher, I would like to say something to you. All the teachers from classes 9th to 12th are board examiners. And during the course of our teaching, we keep on sharing tips and teaching tricks to the children for scoring better marks. These things, these tips, they're not going to get from anywhere else. So please ensure that your child attends the class regularly. Otherwise, he may miss out on some very important tips for scoring better marks. Secondly, please encourage your child to work on the 4 skills of a language, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. If a child has command on English language and has mastered these 4 skills, he will not only do good in English exams, but in all the other subjects also, as he will be able to comprehend the requirement of the question and will be able to put his thoughts in words. If we look beyond school, if your child wishes to study abroad, he will have to appear in TOEFL test of English as a foreign language. The test has got 4 sections: reading, listening, speaking, and writing, to check the student's usage and understanding of English as it is spoken, written, and heard in college and university surroundings. Moreover, for interviews and group discussions, also, the child has to be proficient in English. But this doesn't mean that I'm undermining Hindi, which is our mother tongue. Many students will stay in Uttar Pradesh, so they have to be equally fluent in Hindi. They should be adept at filling forms in Hindi, understanding the government documents, which are mostly in Hindi. हमारे देश के अधिकतर सरकारी कार्यालयों में हिंदी का ही उपयोग होता है। साथ ही साथ हमारी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में भी हम हिंदी का ही उपयोग करते हैं। जैसे जब हम दुकान पर सामान लेने जाते हैं या रिक्शे वाले से बात कर रहे होते हैं, उस समय अंग्रेजी हमारे किसी काम की नहीं होती है, वहाँ पे कोई काम नहीं आएगी। लेकिन अगर हम हिंदी को भली भांति समझते हैं या भली भांति नहीं समझते हैं या पढ़ने में असमर्थ हैं, तो ना हम अपनी बात को पूर्णता से समझा पाएंगे और न ही किसी की बात को हम समझ पाएंगे। इसलिए हमें अंग्रेजी एवं हिंदी की महत्ता को समझते हुए दोनों ही भाषाओं पे ध्यान देने की जरूरत है, बराबर ध्यान देने की जरूरत है, ताकि सफलता हमारे कदम चूमे और हमें इस समाज में उचित सम्मान मिले। Thank you very much. I now invite Sandhya ma'am, our senior science teacher, to brief you about science.
Wish you all very good evening. Welcome to webinar. I am a senior science teacher of my school. I would like to share some information. 75% of attendance is compulsory. Why we say that 75% of attendance is compulsory? Now, when I will share few more points, then I will let you know why 75% of attendance is compulsory. Secondly, I want to say the syllabus for every subject is reduced by the council due to COVID, which is given on council website cisce.org under the publication tab. We teachers are all examiners at ICSE 10th and ISC 12th level, and hence we discuss the keywords, strategies, method of answering, theoretical questions, and numerical based questions, derivations, application based questions. During the course of study, we discuss the steps which help the students to score better. Now, why I have said this, that we all discuss the key points, the keywords. Suppose if I give you one example, that if we want to bake a cake, and if we are baking a cake, we have mixed all the ingredients, but we have mixed baking powder or a baking soda. Then will the cake bake properly? You will get a proper cake? No, we will not. That is the reason if we want to score better, what we have to write? We have to use proper keywords, we have to write proper units and the proper expression for the derivation. And even for biology, if we will not label the things properly, then suppose if I take an example of a heart, in place of labeling artery, we label vein. Then what we are going to lose? We are going to lose marks. If we see, both will look similar, but there is a difference of the color. That the difference the teacher is going to tell time to time. Suppose if baking a cake, the temperature required is certain temperature is required, and for a certain equation, certain conditions are required. If a child will miss out that condition, that he or she is going to lose marks. So that is why the attendance is compulsory, that if a child will attend the class regularly, then he will not miss out the points. Suppose because of certain medical issues or any other kind of problem, he misses the class. 25% of the syllabus or the portion which he has missed out can be covered in the extra class or the remedial classes. But if he will not continue the class, then he is going to miss maximum number. That is the reason the child has to attend the class regularly. As the topics are covered time to time, we science teachers are uploading videos of practicals on WhatsApp group. Now I want to say, as every drop counts to make an ocean, every 1 mark can be added to score better than before. इसी तरीके से अगर खाने में धनिया की पत्ती, कसूरी मेथी पड़ जाती है तो खाने का स्वाद ही बदल जाता है। तो उसी तरीके से बच्चे को हर क्लास में हर शब्द पे ध्यान देते हुए उसको अपना आंसर प्रॉपर तरीके से लिखना है, जिससे कि वो एक भी नंबर लूज ना कर सके। बच्चा जहां 98 स्कोर कर रहा था, वो 99 या 100 स्कोर कर लेगा। Therefore, it is very important to attend all the classes to maintain continuity in syllabus and thoughts. So, what I want to say, as mummy and daddy, those who all watch movies or any kind of serial, if they miss any of the episode, then what happens? They keep on saying, अरे क्या हुआ था उस सीरियल में, उसका क्या हुआ था. So that is the reason if a child misses the topic, then the continuity is lost and then he will say, मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्या है क्या नहीं. So that is the reason. Attendance is compulsory. So it's my request, parents, please 75% of attendance the child should maintain so that he can score at least 75% of the marks to appear in any kind of the competitive exam. Thank you, parents. Now I would like to call Ajay Pandey, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, parents. I am Ajay Kumar Pandey from Mathematics Department. I am here to share some important points about mathematics subject for the current academic session. Firstly, like the other subject, there is also reduction in the syllabus of mathematics from classes 9 to 12. You are requested to visit Council website for the details. Council website is www.csi.org. Surely, parents, this will help a lot for the students, reduction in the syllabus. So this will help a lot. Next, I would like to emphasize more on the pattern of paper. This year, in class 9 and 10, pattern of paper is same as our previous year. But in class 11th and 12th, it has been changed from current academic year. Now in class 11th and 12th, theory paper is of 80 marks and first time projects has been introduced which is of 20 marks. We are already discussed about the projects with the students in the classes. The details of project is also given on council website. But I request you to make sure that your child complete the projects and send it to us before half-yearly examination. As always, our school gives platform to students to express themselves. Keeping this in mind and to remove mass phobia among the students, We are conducting William Henry Mass Marathon from last 20 years. On the name of our founder of school, who was a mathematics teacher. Not to break the chain, this year also we are conducting it, but through online mode. E-certificates will be given to the participants. I expect maximum participation, so do motivate your ward to take part in this competition. Lastly, mathematics is a subject of having mastery on concepts and doing practice, and only practice. For that, after completion of each chapter, we provide worksheets, handouts, and long answer questions. Please make sure your ward completes these assignments timely. In online classes, we are teaching through live board to clear the concepts and particularly to make the class more interactive. During the class, students can ask their queries. Please see that your child attends the classes regularly. पेरेंट्स, बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स की क्वेरी आती है कि हमारा बच्चा मैथमेटिक्स नहीं समझ रहा है, नहीं पढ़ रहा है। तो एक ही सूत्र है उसको पढ़ने के लिए, देयर इज ओनली वन वे, दैट इज व्हाटएवर इज टीचिंग इन द क्लास। जो क्लास में डेली पढ़ाया गया, बच्चे को उसको घर पे उस दिन पढ़ना है, उसी दिन उसको कंप्लीट करना उस टास्क। I always used to say in the class, proactive and post-active. These two works a student has to perform to learn in a better way. Proactive means whatever a teacher is going to teach in next class, बच्चा अगर घर पे थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में पढ़ के पहले से आया है तो वो उसमें बेटर करेगा। एंड पोस्ट एक्टिव का मतलब जब टीचर ने पढ़ा लिया तो फिर उसको जो है वो घर जाके उसको पढ़ता है या सेल्फ स्टडी करता है, तो दैट इज गुड लर्निंग, दैट विल मेक हिम अ बेटर लर्नर। So I hope this will help a lot to the students. Thank you. Now I would like to invite...
One minute, Ajay sir, I would like to interrupt here.
Yes,
that parents, this thing that sir has said about proactive and being post active, I think it's a wonderful example of the teachers of Smith School. As I pointed out earlier, for those of you who come in late into the webinar, you see the results of Smith School, single school, in the whole of the country, and our results are on par with some of the leading institutions of India and abroad. And this is because our teachers are proactive. And let me tell you, आपके लिए, आपके बच्चे के लिए 3 या 4 घंटे का क्लास जरूर होगा, मगर हमारे टीचर्स जो हैं लगातार प्रयास करते हैं, कई घंटे अपने पर्सनल व्यक्तिगत टाइम से, समय से लोग देते हैं ताकि बच्चों का जो है किसी भी तरह से नुकसान ना हो। And that is why again and again I tell you and I emphasize, any change that takes place in the ICSE board, in the pattern, we are always very well informed and proactive, and we inform you. We only need your cooperation, that you too should be, there to cooperate with us. Yes, Ajay sir, please carry on.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite our senior teacher, Meena ma'am, to share her views.
Thank you so very much, Ajay sir. Parents, I would like to inform you that as always, this year also we are going to schedule our half-yearly examinations in the second week, probably in the second week of the month of September. So I request you all, I urge you all parents to motivate your wards to prepare thoroughly for the examinations and take them very seriously. Children should maintain their copies, as all the teachers have pointed out. They should note down all the important points, keywords, learn and practice them. And this will certainly help them to get their desired result in the half-yearly examinations. And I would like to request parents to make sure that their ward attend the class regularly, timely, and most importantly, the camera should be on. That is the norm which they have to follow. When I teach in the class, as a teacher, I observe that many children keep their cameras off, which is not allowed. And that actually helps us to see whether the child is noting down everything that we are talking about or telling them to note or not. As Sandhya ma'am has rightly pointed out, that we all are the examiners of ICSC and ISC. So we know how to give guidance, how to tell the exact lines or the keywords to our children, so that they could understand what is very important to be mentioned in their answers. And for that, their presence in the class at the regular basis is very important. As a teacher, when I'm teaching the class, I have observed that for the first 25 or 30 minutes, the attendance is very high. Most of the children are there in the class, but after 30 or 35 minutes, I see that approximately 15 to 20 children leave the class. And that is the time when most of us even discuss something very important according to the board. We discuss all the answers. We tell them the exact meaning of the demand of the question. We tell them, and a lot of other important things are there. If they leave the class, they miss all these important notifications, which are very much important for them to get a good result and to boost up their level of confidence. Attendance, as everybody said, even principal ma'am has pointed out, 75% attendance is very, very necessary. So we are also taking the attendance on the regular basis, and we are maintaining the record of it. Our principal is also aware of the attendance. So I urge you, I request you, please motivate your children to attend the classes and to remain in the class till the teacher teaches. That's my earnest request to all of you. And dates and the timetable of the examination will be shared soon after receiving the instructions from the council. So this is what I wanted to say, and I wish a very best of luck to all my children for upcoming examinations. And now, without much delay, I would like to invite our coordinator, Mrs. Sweetie Agrawal, to address you all. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Meena ma'am. Thank you. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the webinar. I'm Sweetie Agrawal, coordinator of the school. I'm here to share with you very important information related to the registration of classes 9 to 12. I would like to inform you that the registration fee for the board exam is rupees 500 for class 9 and rupees 1000 for class 11. The registration can be done by paying school monthly fee and a registration fee. The monthly fee is given on the school website. Considering your convenience, health, and safety, the institution has introduced an online fee payment system which can be accessed from our school website. You can visit our online fee tab, which is located on the school website, and enter the registration number of your child. You can see the name, class, and section of your child. Then proceed as the instructions are given. The last date for registration for classes 9 to 12 is 10th of August 2020. We also have offline mode of payment. You can take prior appointment from the respective class teacher to pay the fee. The fee counter is open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on all working days. Many of you have already got your registrations done. The management would like to thank you for your cooperation, and we encourage all of you to cooperate. I applaud your effort for supporting the smooth running of the school. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
I
you very
request
much.
principal, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sweetie ma'am, for your, highlighting the importance of paying the fees. I would like to here underline one fact, that is your registration fees will be accepted when you have already paid the monthly fees. We do not want that there should be any pressure on you, but whatever is your own convenience, month-wise, kindly pay the fees. It will be a very good thing. And parents, you have always been very, very cooperative. The last webinar we had a massive attendance of nearly 2,000 parents. And I think that it was an excellent effort on the part of the parents to be there. Today, the attendance will be a little lower because we are addressing only 9, 10, 11, and 12. But we will be posting the link to this, to the YouTube, so that those of you who have missed, you can tell your friends and neighbors and children. If you are listening, you can tell your the rest of your friends that they should also go on and listen, because a lot of important information has been shared regarding your pre-board and board classes. So thank you very much. Thank you all the teachers for being there, and Sweetie Agarwal ma'am, Meena ma'am, Sandhya ma'am, and all the other teachers who have been there, and Anjali ma'am, Sandhya ma'am, all of you have really worked very hard to make sure that all the points have been covered. And before I end, I would like to just say one more thing, that parents, it is an appeal to you that be aware about the company your children keep, even if it's online. And it is very important how they use the cyberspace. It is not it's very difficult to monitor each and every minute of their day. But yes, you should keep an eye on the type of people with whom they are corresponding, they are talking. And it is very, very important that besides the syllabus, they should also do extra reading. They should be encouraged to listen to the news. They should be encouraged to discuss at the family table what is going around the entire country. Now, this brings me to one last matter. That is, a number of changes are taking place in the education system in our country. Please do not get confused. Nothing is going to affect 9, 10, 11, 12 immediately, but whenever and however it is according to government rules and regulations, we will let you know on time. Till then, please, God bless you, stay safe and stay healthy. Namaste.